Hi, this is Mrs. O'Donnell demo for the lesson Mood and Message. Before I start to do the demo, and I will explain you why I have my little paper in this board. It's because I don't want, when I start to painting, I don't want to see how this move back and forward, but we can use cardboards and for attaching this paper, and our painting will not move anywhere. And I will tell you, for this lesson we need the following materials: big butcher paper, but the big butcher paper will be in the classroom. It's for the students strokes practice. Watercolor brushes, the watercolor brushes are this kind of one. This is the cheap one for the dollar store, the flap one and the round one. See? So, and we need a tempera, Crayola, watercolor tempera that you see here, but you can use, or we can use, different kind of watercolor tempera. Is doesn't matter what brand. Then for this practice, and we need a canson paper. Canson paper is kind of thick paper than using for watercolor. They are different to the regular paper. Canson paper is a kind of paper very thick and hold a lot of water. It's totally different to the regular paper. You can see regular paper here. Look at how this is straight like nice. Look, this is hard because they are very weak, and this paper is known for painting with watercolor, because as soon as you painting with the watercolor, it's make a hole in the paper, and that's it. But this is nice, and then we want to use this canson paper. And other thing what we need is markers, any kind of markers. I have those one. This was a gift from my husband, and so well, there it is. And then we need a block stamp, any kind. I got that one, and also I have this other one, like it's like a foam one and wood one. And two, we need ink. This is optional, this is optional ink, because we can still use tempera or that's watercolor. And well, a Downy soap. You see, everybody know Downy soap. That is good soap. It's a dishwasher soap. With plastic glasses like this kind. Plastic glasses. Straws, plastic straw. I'm sorry, but I like plastic straw because I can recycling. We can reuse and we can clean it and we can reuse it again. Then we need a jar, the clean water. Jar 1 and 2 jars for clean the brushes. And droplets. A droplet is for put the water into the paint in this here. Already prepared. Thus I got a very weak, very thick, and very weak, because I put like a 10th droplet in a little portion of color, because we're gonna do very sudden, very mild color behind this. Okay, please, I need you to listen carefully and follow me. If you get lost, rewind the video and voila, I will demonstrate a few techniques. Techniques mean way to do the process. What is mean technique? Way to do the process. Okay, now you're gonna see carefully what I've been doing. And when I put my color close to my paper here, close to my paper, see, and then we're gonna start. Well, we finished with the wet on dry. You see, wet brush with color, very weak, and dry. And then you see this really mild color. It's not as strong like I did before. One example like this is wet on dry, but I use the brush, and also I swirl with this brush doing. Look at a strong one, very strong one. We don't want that for now, maybe in the future, but for now we want this kind of one, really weak painting, wet painting in dry paper. So now we're gonna demonstrate it. This is the first part. This technique is a wet on dry wash watercolor technique. What does technique mean again? Oh yes, way to do the process. See, well, this technique is excellent to be used like underpainting. That's what I'm gonna do later on, step by step. Underpainting watercolor technique. Under mean behind or hiding behind. See, it's like a disguise something. See, it's like a disguise something. Okay, so I will demo for you another way to do wet on dry. See, when I put aside, let it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna do the example. Okay, this one, for this demo, you need a downy watercolor, straws, and downy straws, and the glasses. Yes, we needed some kind of glasses. That's what I want to make for you guys. So we want to make, I will make a color, but look it, I missed, downy is blue, and then when I'm mixing with the yellow, I'm mixing already, I pre-mixing this with downy, mix yellow with blue. Look at what color is green color, because the downy is blue and the tempera is yellow. The downy has some color. Okay, so we're gonna have this, we're gonna still in wet on dry technique, because the bubbles are wet and the paper are dry. So we have already, look at, I put the straw with the color green straw with the color of the solution. Solution mean is 1 part water for 1 spoon of soap. 1 spoon of soap, downy soap. I put 2 spoons. Actually, I put 2 spoons. And a spoon of color. Spoon of color. And a half of water. Half, less than half. So I have blue, supposed to be yellow, but the mixing with downy is got green, and red. Red is still red. So we're mixing. Oh, look at the straws. Well, probably I have to clean this one because it's reversed. Look, at all the straws are in different position. This one is okay here. Now, yes, see the curve and curve. Okay. For this one, we're gonna blow bubbles. This technique is still called wet on dry watercolor technique. Yeah, This is gonna be for your background. Okay, this technique for what we just finished it here, they call direct painting technique too. Direct is mean we put direct the color there, but we're mixing with a little water because we want a little soft color. So for not confuse you guys, we're gonna do this other demo with the bubbles. Okay, now it's time to blow in some bubbles here. Okay, now we will see what happened here. Oh, good. Look it. I left this for a little bit, and then we can see some bubbles here. Really pale one, but that's what we want, yeah? When we want a really soothing color. So we can also do something now with the paper is wet. We have to let it dry a little bit, the sparse dry, right? So we're gonna we can do something with this. Okay, let's explain you what. Okay, we can blow no bubbles. We can blow a little bit color. The droplet. Remember the droplet too? We can use this one, and we can drop one here, one here, one. Okay, clean this one. This. Now we're gonna do with the blue. Okay. Here. We're gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna clean again. Now we need the red. Okay, the red one. Okay, now we gonna blow like the or we can move in this. Let me see. Up and down, up and down, up and down. See, they're mixing together. Yeah. This is go all over the place. Yes. You have here the bubbles. Yes, the bubbles. See this here? So, but this is really like very mild color for the background. We building a background. Okay, now guys, it's a time to practice what you have learned. But now, before applying this technique to your nice piece of paper, you are going to practice, experiment, and play with this technique on a big piece of butcher paper. We're gonna practice this technique, the same one to that one, with the brush. Remember, with the brush. And then this one is going to be in a paper, no in the butcher paper, but not in the good paper either, regular paper. You will see the difference later on when you start to work with the nice paper, but because we can't make bubbles in the butcher paper, when other classmate going to do different technique, because the bubbles can go flying away and can go in the eyes. Okay, it's not good things. Okay, now we going to waiting for this dry, and when dry I will show you the other techniques. step by step, okay? Okay, again, please. This technique is called relief printmaking with pre-made wood block stamp, okay? Don't forget that, okay? So we need to attach into something for the paper don't move all over the place. See? That is we need attaching. Okay. We're going to practice this. I'm gonna build in my history, my message. Okay. I wanna use that one, and then we see how to go. Okay. First of all, I need a color here. I need that one. Okay. Looking really, 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 really carefully. Okay. What I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. Now I want to use see the bubbles where we did before, and there's the technique wet on dry technique. It's the same technique for the bubbles. Bubbles. Okay, so that technique is wet on dry. So with what combined with the one we just made, see that, and that's the both here, size to size. Let me see, can you see that? Okay, here is the one and here is the one. Okay, we have the both here. Now we have to put the both together. How we do that? How we gonna put together? So we gonna use, remember, the background, because wet and dry is a technique for wet and dry is good technique to use as a background technique. Okay, so since you remember this, okay, so we're going to mix the both technique, the relief printmaking with pre-made wood block stamp with the wet and dry bubbles. Remember, the bubbles were wet and then we putting in the dry paper, canson paper. So now we need to look at this. I cannot working with this paper like this. Yes. So, but I need to attach it really, because otherwise it's gonna be dancing around the place. I don't want to be dancing around the place. We need to attach it here. So remember what I did. So I did this block here. Remember, it's still a little paint in there, but we want to work it. And then I did the fish here, and I do the zigzag. Okay, and I want to tell you my story. I want to tell you my message. And then, could you guess what kind of mood I have here? What kind of feeling do you have when you see those bubbles? What kind of feeling can be having those? And as you can guess the feeling, but look, the one I put close, they look nice. Just they look kind of soothing. That is like a nice. And what kind of mood we have here? Look at that mood. It's like more what? Can you tell me what it is? Can you tell me what are you feeling? What kind of feeling is can be that? Okay. No, you have to tell me. Okay. So we're gonna mix it. Remember, we're gonna mix in the both technique. The wet and dry technique with the relief printmaking. On my relief printmaking is here. That's one. Okay, that's relief printmaking is with the block, and we fill it up with ink, and then we also use the wet on dry, wet on dry technique too. Okay, you see how they're gonna do. Okay, please listen carefully because you're gonna do exactly same thing. Okay. Okay, we can cut this here. We can cut. Let's see. We can cut here. This is because my tape is no good quality, and I have a very cheap one. Okay, we cut it, and oh, look in the bottom too. Here in the bottom, we can cut. Or we leave it like this, and then we can put stuff. But this is the easy way, and we cut it, and then we gonna do something. Okay, we cut it, and then we can frame it. See, we can frame it like this. It's like nothing happened. See, it look nice and clean and crispy. But let me we can use dot glue, and then I want to show you. Okay, we're gonna use a glued dot. See, glued dot. Oh, it is easy. We can use those and instant then, and then it's gonna glue like magic. Oh my god, stuck together here. Okay, let me see how they going. Probably my glue dot stuck together here. Oh, here it is. Oh, look at that. Okay, how they doing this glue dot? We're gonna do like this. Okay, we're gonna have a corner here, one, a corner. I love this glue dot. That are so really good to do this kind of stuff, and you don't have to mess around. It does it. You put it in there, scratch, 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 and peeling. That's it. And then you don't need more than 4, you know. Let's glue that. You don't need more than 4. Oh my goodness. You gotta stick it up. Oh no, wait, there's another one. Here it is. Okay. Oh, here the one. You know, here you put in here and here. That's it. Choop. Okay, but it is, I think so. I want to put another one here because I want to make nicely, pass. Okay. Yeah, there. Okay. And this I'm gonna put here in the border here like this here. Okay, let me see. Ooh, here in there like what? Like this. Okay. Here like that. Yeah. See? Now we got 4 corners. But now, oh, remember the paper where we cut it? Okay, so we can measure with those paper. Well, we finished, and we're gonna see the result. You can see all the beautiful fish and the bubbles and the lighthouse, and told you the story already. So this project have 3 different steps. The first one was the wet and dry techniques. And for the wet and dry, you have two choices. This is our first choice, and then we have the other choice. This was the bubbles. Remember the bubbles what we make? So we show you. This is the other bubbles. I make this other one too. So that's, see, that's the bubbles. Very suiting colors. And for the other technique, the other technique was like printmaking, and we doing relief printmaking with pre-made wood block stamp, and this is we make. See, and the fish. Well, we finished. Thank you very much, and I hope so you like my demo.